Hello everyone, and welcome to the second annual Minifigure Awards! I'm your host, Mr. My Machine 8, and today we will be taking a look at the best minifigure from every theme in 2022. First, we're going to set some ground rules here. What counts as a minifigure? A minifigure is a figure that includes a head, a torso, and legs. It can only contain 2 of these for it to be qualified as a minifigure, even if it's a specially molded head. So no skeletons, no droids, no mini dolls, no Mario figures, none of that. Without further ado, let's get into DC Superheroes! And our winner, the best minifigure of 2022 for DC is Zod! Now, I'm gonna be the first to admit it here, I have no idea who this is, and I'm sure a lot of you guys don't even know this figure exists. Well, that's because it came out in a book. And a lot of people are saying that Harley Quinn was the only figure to come out this year or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of technicality. But I think that Zod counts even though he came in the book. Still DC, still came out this year, he counts. And it is a good looking figure if I do say so. It kind of reminds me of the Power Suit Lex Luthor. I think it looks really good. And I definitely think it's worth a pickup. I personally don't have it, but I hope to have it one day. And now, moving on to our next category, we have Marvel. And for our best character of Marvel in 2022, we have Ironheart. Now, at the time of recording this, I have not seen Wakanda Forever. But what I do know is that this figure looks absolutely incredible. It has such nice detailing with the red and the black, and it just works as an Iron Man suit, even though technically it isn't Iron Man. And from what I've seen of the promotional stuff, it looks very, very accurate. And I just think that this is very deserving of the best figure of 2022 for Marvel. I will say this, the Doctor Strange from the what was that tentacle monster? Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Almost won, but I had to give it to Ironheart in the end. So now, for our next category, we have Star Wars! And so, for our best figure, we have Swimsuit Darth Vader. Now, Swimsuit Darth Vader, maybe you might be questioning this choice, but in my opinion, this is the closest thing we will ever have to a beach trooper from LEGO Star Wars, the complete saga, not the Skywalker saga. And it is such a funny figure. He has a little sandcastle and everything. It is just so funny. And I just think this figure gets not as enough recognition as it deserves. It needs a lot bigger of a fan base than it has, in my opinion. The next category, we have Jurassic World. And for the best figure of Jurassic World in 2022 is Ray Delacourt. And specifically though, the one from the Blue and Beta Chase set. Now, the other one's okay, but I think this one is really good. It's basically the Winter Soldier, just with a face tattoo somewhere over here. And I just think it's a really good figure. You have that trench coat and that awesome red undershirt thing. And I just think that it's a very well done figure. Kind of a forgettable character in the movie, if I'm being honest. It was a good movie, but a forgettable character. And for our next category, we have Disney's Lightyear. For our best minifigure of the year for the Lightyear theme, we have Buzz, specifically from the Zurg battle. I think this is a great figure. The movie was so-so. I think it was good. I mean, it was meh, to be honest, but the figures are really good. I love the sets for this theme, and I'd have to give it to this figure. It is the absolute best of this theme. Probably will be the last of this theme too, if I'm being honest. But now, for our best figure of Speed Champions, we have James Bond! And I've never actually seen a James Bond movie past the first couple minutes, but this figure looks pretty good, I'd say. Represents him pretty well. Nothing much more to say, I'm just surprised LEGO has this existing. But moving on to our next category, we have Harry Potter! And our best figure for Harry Potter is Creature from 12 Grimmauld Place. Now, I was a little skeptical, but I think that the reuse of the doggy head somehow works really well. The eyes are a little too big, but I mean, it kind of makes sense at the same time. I think it's a really good figure, and definitely from the best LEGO Harry Potter set of this year. But this isn't a set ranking video, this is just a figure ranking video. So, for our next category, we have Minecraft, and our best figure for Minecraft is the Blacksmith Villager from the Llama Village. And I think this is a really fun figure. I love how we're getting these new profession of villagers, and this one has an eye patch. So theoretically, hear me out. Theoretically, you could make the Minecraft Avengers now because you have Nick Fury Villager, essentially. Just slap it on a Vindicator torso, and you have Minecraft Nick Fury Villager. So I couldn't help but make that comparison. That's kind of why he's here. It's the eye patch, so that's the only reason he is here. And now for Ninjago, our best figure, this one may surprise you, is Golden Suit Jay. And I just think this is such a fantastic figure. The gold really makes the blue pop, and it just looks so good. And I haven't seen crystallized yet either. I really want to, just haven't had the time. But I think that this Golden Jay minifigure is probably the best Jay we have ever gotten, barring the Deepstone Jay from Possession. And now for our next theme, we have Monkey Kid, with the best figure of the year going to the Bunny Cyborg. At least I think that's what it's called, because I do not follow Monkey Kid. But I will admit, this figure looks really cool. I love the digital heads-up display thing on it, and has an evil side too. It just looks really cool, in my opinion. So, sorry if I got that name wrong, but who cares. Next we have Avatar. And our best figure for Avatar is Colonel Miles Quaritch. Hope I said that right. But I think this is a good figure. LEGO does not do military, like ever. This is the closest thing we'll probably ever get to a military general, and I'm all for it. I think it's a great looking figure, and I can't wait to pick it up in that awesome mech suit set, probably the best set out of the way in my opinion. But for our next category, we have City. Our best figure for City is the crook named Ice. Ice! Okay, I'm sorry. Couldn't get that out of the way, just this figure, the name. Makes sense, but only in context if you have both. This is a good figure. I love the ice cream costume. I love the costume figures like that with the big mascot suits. Like the Pepper Girl from this year. I don't know, like some of the ones from this new minifigure series like the Snowman. However, none of those will be on this list today, but Crook Ice is a good figure. I chose this one because I like the color blue over the color pink better, because I have to say my favorite ice cream is probably Cotton Candy Ski Jump from Maggie Moo's. And this is what this is what my headcanon of this figure is. And now, for our next category, we have the Creator Expert line. So a bit of description here. So LEGO Creator Expert has been divided into two themes. Creator Expert and Icons. Creator Expert's going to be phased out, but LEGO on their website treats them as two different themes. So for the time being, until they phase it out completely, they will be considered as such. So for our best figure for Creator Expert, we have Marty McFly! Now, a lot of people really want this figure. It's such a good figure. It's got side leg printing of shoes and jacket. It is such a good figure. The only thing I have against it is that the head, I'm not mistaken, is a Han Solo head reused, but that doesn't even matter to me. It looks so good. It kind of reminds me of Star-Lord a little bit, but otherwise, really, really good. Now for our next theme, we have Icons. That, kind of again back to back. For our best icon figure, we have the Black Falcon Knight. Specifically the one with this awesome helmet. Now, to be honest, Icon's line hasn't really had great figures so far, in my opinion. I mean, they look good, but like, it kind of looks like something you'd get in the CMF series packet. But this one I think looks cool. The black and the blue contrast really nicely, and I just think that it looks really cool. Way better than the other figures in that set, if being honest. Now, our next category is ideas, and I gotta tell you, this was the hardest one for me to decide who to win the best figure slot of the year. Because the Office set alone, the Office set, man, that set has such great figures. All of them look exactly like the actor. Now, another character I want on this list would be Sonic, but if I'm being honest, that Sonic figure, it's really good. We can't, give it to Sonic, unfortunately, because of how good the Dwight K. Schrute minifigure is. Dwight Schrute is such a good figure. It really captures his character, like from the show. Like the hairpiece is perfect. The torso is perfect. I will admit, I kind of wish that he didn't have the jacket, but I think it is such a great figure, and I think many of you will agree that Dwight is very deserving of this slot. Now, for our next theme, you're probably surprised I didn't round this with Lightyear, or rather vice versa. We have Mickey Mouse, which it's a strange theme to have. It's a good theme, but a strange theme to have. Outside of that, I really think that they should just have Lego Disney as a theme, which I guess technically they do, but I digress. The best figure for Mickey Mouse is Jester Donald! Now, I don't know how this figure works. I think it's like a pin connection hat. I think it looks really good, and I, for one, really want to see someone put this hat on the Deadpool Duck minifigure, because I'm not sure if any of you know that the Deadpool Duck minifigure uses the same headpiece as Donald, so all headpiece, like hats that can be used on Donald, can be used on Deadpool Duck. So, yeah, I just think it'd be funny to see that. And now, the category you may have been waiting for. We have minifigures with the best figure 2022 Big the Swedish Chef Rudy. Now, this is such a funny figure. Like, not funny, but like, it is so accurate. Like, I don't think Lego could have tried to make this figure any better. The little tomato and the whisk, the headpiece, I kind of wish that chef's hat was an actual hat attachment, not just part of the head. That doesn't matter, it's so cool looking. But that'll do it for this year's edition of LEGO minifigures of 2022. But before we head off, we'd like to give a moment of silence to themes we have lost this year. Alright, most of you will be missed, but see, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And a worst minifigures list is just around the corner, as well as the fabled 100 subscribers special, which thank you guys so much for getting me here this year. And I look forward to a prosperous 2023. Thank you, everyone!